This is Knockout Radio coming to you live from Mandalay Bay Convention Center. This is Media Row, Super Bowl 58, and it is a great honor for me personally to introduce Dr. Oz to the program. We know each other from the past. I invented the pizza diet years ago to show that pizza could be a healthy food. You're a big proponent of the Mediterranean diet, so it aligned perfectly with natural olive oils and low carbs and moderation. And I was actually living in Brazil with my family when your show called to have me come up to New York to film a segment. But just logistically, it's too hard to get out of my wife's city. So this is the first time we actually got to talk, but you have made a huge impact in my career. I went on to become a professional bodybuilder, won Mr. Universe, had the greatest male physique at 41 years old in the entire country. And I credit your knowledge.
What type of pizza?
Every pizza. So a real New York style pizza.
You got any protein on that pizza?
Protein pizzas. Hulk Hogan's favorite is egg whites, grilled chicken, spinach, olive oil, garlic. So I make a puree garlic sauce. So it's just a tremendous honor to thank you in person for the impact you've not only made in my life, but in the world of knowledge and information.
So I'll tell you, early on in the show, I had two exposures to pizza. One was you, and that was Dave Portnoy grading pizza. But subsequently, I've warmed up to the idea. Because I tell you, there's two reasons. There's nothing healthier than having a good time with your friends. And you can put stuff on pizza that's better than a lot of other things you do to yourself, including fried foods and the simple carbs that sort of mess with you. And now they have pizzas of every ilk. So it works. But I got to tell you, one of the big messages that I wanted to deliver at the Super Bowl this year, and we're working with the NFL alumni, so you're going to hear some pros about how they take care of their bodies, is at age 41, if you can look like a stud, as you did to win and you still do, then that means that we all have hope. And if we don't pay attention to our bodies and ignore those wonderful opportunities when we're in our 30s and 40s to tune ourselves up for our 50s, 60s, and 70s, we're throwing away our future. Because it will catch up to us. You already know that.
Yes, sir.
But you make it cool, take care of yourself.
Sir. And I'll tell you, the next phase of the pizza diet is red lentils pureed to make the crust out of a high protein source. So instead of carbohydrates or wheat source, it's going to be based on red bean lentils.
So we have a program called Health Corps. Like the Peace Corps, we send energetic college grads into schools around the country to mentor kids. And we teach them that kind of trick. You know, little hacks to get your family thinking differently about health. Go into your kitchen, because your parents, you're going to give your parents a hard time anyway. You might as well give them a hard time about something that matters. Throw the lard away, the junk, the processed foods, and start doing what you just talked about with pizza. Sure. And folks listening right now, get these recipes. Try it. It actually tastes so good, your friends will come over and enjoy it with you. But the NFL alumni are a huge asset because it's a treasure trove of wonderful, they all look like they're GQ models, athletes who played in the pros, world class, who actually know how to take care of their body, and we want them to share those tips and tricks with people around the country. So I'm focused on kids, obviously, and teens, but people listening to this broadcast, wherever you are, pay attention to the NFL alumni.
Who's focusing on over 60 fat guys?
We got a lot of those.
That's why I'm here.
You know, our NFL alumni, we're so proud to partner with Dr. Oz because we need the doctors. We need the physicians. They need us now as we come to realize, how do you deliver a message, right? How do you deliver a message around health and wellness? We're part of a locker room, and that locker room is, ongoing. We retire at a young age relatively, and what we're trying to even think about for ourselves is, the minute you retire from the NFL, you should start thinking about the next 30 and 40 years, right? Sure. So diet and everything. You're like a Ferrari, and then all of a sudden somebody takes the keys away from you. So what are you? You become a Pinto or whatever car you want to be.
Sure. What's worse than the Pinto?
I can't think of one.
Well, okay. All right, then we'll invent one. All right, so all of the young people, what you're talking about, which I understand. All right, I'm past that. So what do I do? At my age, at my salad physique, to start bettering myself. And what finally hits is when you have grandkids. And it's like, my granddaughter lives 5 houses down. I want to be here to see her, but I'm saying in the back of my head, it's past that. I can't get rid of this. So what do I do?
So you have a great question, and I don't have all the answers, but I've got people in my locker room that we all are trying to do at the alumni to announce that out to the rest of the world as ambassadors. I'm just going to be a messenger. I'm going to learn from Dr. Oz to say, hey, this is how you should be taking care of it. And a lot of other physicians, they're going to have a voice in this too. So it becomes where we're looking for those experts in the field. We become beacons of the community because we're part of the community. We're part of a locker room. We all have our own ailments. We're just aged bodies quicker because as former football players, you signed up for something that, chronic, your chronic issues are joint issues, cardiovascular, weight, all those things. It stops because we're not working out, and we do gain weight, and we have a lot of those issues. We've got to address that for our own locker room so we can care for others.
So I have, obviously you guys are the experts.
Of course you do.
But I have a vertical gym that I help a lot of alumni athletes stretch their vertebrae, help them with conditioning, just quality of life back, where it trains them in the sympathetic response of their nervous system. So I've worked with a couple, Michael Clayton from the Buccaneers, won a Super Bowl with the Giants.
Local in Tampa for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, if there's anything I could ever do to be of assistance, I bring it out to the alumni golf scrambles and such. So I'd love to be a part of what you guys are doing to give back to those guys that entertained us for so long, putting everything on the line, their bodies, they're sacrificing their health, and the longevity of their career.
And that's exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for those partnerships.
Sure.
We're doing this in healthcare where we're really trying to connect the community. So we're actually doing Huddle for Health awareness. And whether it's diabetes, which we just launched, the Huddle for Diabetes, hypertension, pain management, we've got a variety of different huddles where, as beacons of health, we're really trying to bring the communities together. So partnerships with organizations that are doing good things for health is really where we're at. And we're really going to move the ball as far as getting people to have the understanding, the awareness, but more importantly, make the decision to make a difference and do something for your health.
Let's make it concrete, though. You ask what folks over 60 can do right now. I'm a granddad, too. I have the same desires as you have, to walk my granddaughter down the aisle. Not my daughter, my granddaughter. So first off, skip breakfast. I don't think it makes a lot of sense to eat first thing in the morning. I've got a blood sugar monitor on right now as an experiment to see how it works. And, I don't get hungry. Most of people who don't eat a big dinner or at least skip dessert in the morning when they wake up because they're a little ketotic, they don't get hungry. So push your breakfast back till 10 or 11. Make sure you've always got snacks on you because people make their biggest mistakes when they get hungry in the middle of the afternoon. So keep nuts around, 70% cocoa chocolate, coconut flakes, just keep stuff in your well-being. And I take supplements. I've been passionate about it. There are some that make a big difference. Most of us don't have the basic nutrient content we need, especially vitamin D, magnesium. These are things that most of the population is deficient in. We've partnered up with the NFL alumni. They're working closely with iHerb, which is the largest online health food store in the world. And if you go right now to iHerb.com and sign up, buy whatever you want, presents, everything, by the way. They have pet food, infant formula, vitamins, whatever you want. Buy healthy stuff, though, stuff that's good for you. It's 15% off if you type in NFL alumni as the code. So NFL alumni gets you 15% off on iHerb.com. But the biggest tip I want to give you right now is sleep. If you go to sleep at a regular hour and you do a little sleep hygiene around it, and you've taken your day appropriately, skip breakfast, got your supplements, did your snacks, didn't eat crazy stuff that you know is bad for you. Alcohol and cigs are, a big issue, obviously. And get that sleep, it changes dramatically your longevity. And if you can hear my voice right now and you're reasonably healthy, you ought to be living into your late 80s and 90s comfortably. And I think if you stay alive till then, we'll get you up to age 120.
Wow. Another partnership I want to talk about real quickly is one that you have. You and your daughter on the $100,000 pyramid.
Oh, my goodness.
Talk about that experience.
So Daphne, who's a lot smarter than I am, especially at pop culture, crushed me. I kept up with her for a while, but I think I messed up Justin Bieber or something, which is hard to mess up. And it's remarkable because you get on those game shows and you have a simpatico with your partner, so they wouldn't let me work with Daphne. So they split us up. She was against me.
Right.
And then she beat me, then
Right.
she went to the finals, and she won that. And I'm still proud of her. But the best tribute you can ever give a dad is to start calling them their child's father.
For sure.
So I don't have a doctor anymore. There's no more Mehmet. It's just Daphne's father.
Awesome.
Interesting.
No, I just want to say, along with those tricks, I like to keep honey, natural honey around, a little flavor. You can give you a little energy without a caffeine boost. So little tips like this are key to my pizza diet program that
I have bees,
Yeah.
And I give that's my Christmas present. I give honey away to folks. But bees, especially if you have raw honey, has we believe elements in it that might be beneficial even for some allergic issues.
No question, and it helps with healing of open wounds and cuts. I know my Nana honey, you put it in the open wound.
The oldest medicine known to man was
world.
honey because it kills bacteria, but your cells like it.
Yeah.
What a great solution.
But look what he's doing is what you told us last night we had an NFL alumni symposium on health. and one of his slides was picante.
Oh, yeah.
Picante, so it's about the spice too,
Yeah,
I
for
guess.
sure.
Huh? What do you think?
Yeah.
Spice in the honey?
I didn't know you were listening. That's so cool.
I was asleep. It was at the end of it, but you woke me up with that.